So much experience coming back. They must be like ready to go. I mean,
yeah, they're ready to go. Now, obviously, we got to get ready for our opponent. They're ready to play against another color jersey. They're ready for see a different scheme. They're ready to get in the stadium and play football. But we have a lot of work to do. Today was obviously our introduction to first and second down. Tomorrow will be third down, and Thursday will be the red zone, and then we'll tie it all in together. So we got to be detailed, and we have to get ready to execute. But they're ready to play against another team, that's for sure.
is Tuesday your hard day?
Tuesday, Wednesday are both pretty hard. Thursday we kind of taper off. Friday's real simple. So a lot of the first and second down runs are in today. So today's kind of up front hard.
Right.
Tomorrow's a lot of third down. So there's probably more running in the back end. So it probably depends, Rich, if you're talking about the guys up front or the guys in the back end. I always personally thought Thursday was hard on the DBs, where Tuesday was pretty rough in the run game for the guys up front.
Jeff, when you say they're ready to go, is there like a balance where you don't want them to peak too much too early, emotionally, when you got a game Saturday, just that they want to go.
Yeah, I mean, when I say they're ready to stop going against each other.
Right.
They're ready. Our D line's ready for me to stop telling them to stay away from the quarterback. Our linebackers are ready for me to stop saying stay up and stop thudding. I mean, they want to play real football. To answer your other question, I'm not the type of guy that's going to stand in front of the room today and give them some crazy speech to get them excited. By the time they walk out of the locker room in their meetings, that's going to wear off, right? So you build it up, you build it internally, you build it emotionally, you build it mentally all week long, and that's got to peak Friday going into Saturday. So it's just a constant build up. But the biggest key is just being detailed and getting the game plan down, because it's new and it's a totally different scheme in all three phases. And you know how first games go. A lot of teams kind of come out a little rusty, and we just got to make sure we do the best we can, so that doesn't happen to us.
Coach, depth chart came out yesterday. And,
did you like it?
Of course.
I put a lot of enough oars in there for you?
No, but that's it really threw me off. But a lot of freshmen on there. Just kind of speak to the depth and what you've seen from them, getting adjusted to the program.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten asked this question quite a bunch in the last day and a half, I guess, since the depth chart came out. To me, and I said it, I wanted competition, right? And I don't care if that's a senior, junior, freshman, sophomore, transfer. I just wanted to see competition. And all we did was we looked at who deserved to be in the two deep or who deserved to have a role going into game one, and we put them on the depth chart. And that's why I joked and put but if a kid deserves to play, we have to find a role for them. And if they're not there yet, it's our job to try to get them there. In college football, the more guys that can have a role, the better off you are. One, it creates depth. It builds for the future, which, I want to win now, don't get me wrong, but I also want to sustain, right? And then it creates for a locker room that everybody's locked in if you have a little bit of a role. So I don't know what to say about all those freshmen being on there. I mean, how many guys total, let me ask you this, how many guys total are on the depth chart I gave you? There's a lot. There's a lot more than two deep in each position. There's not, if you go 11 times 2, 22, 40, there's more than 44. Right? And I probably got like 65 guys on there, maybe more. So that's why there's so many freshmen on there.
Don't make me do math.
I'm not good at math either, but like I said, I tried to include a lot of guys who deserve to be on that depth chart, and that's why I did the way I did it. We'll see who plays come Saturday.
The most interesting war right now is Aaron Boumari and Danny Longman. Who's your place kicker?
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's kind of like last year. Who is our quarterback going to be, Phil or Dennis? And then I kept you guys in some cool suspense, and who did it turn out to be? Phil. Yeah. So now we got Boom or Danny, right? So hopefully when you guys see that first PAT, you'll know who the or is.
There's 2 ors there.
Who's the third?
Connor.
Or Connor. You didn't even mention that, Rich.
Well, he's not an or. He's just a regular guy.
And you see Connor's kicking the ball really well. Boom's kicked the ball well all camp, and Danny's punted and kicked the ball well. I mean, did you guys see any of his punts this year? You been out there, Rich?
No.
Jason still won't let you out of
He
practice?
won't let us go to the scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't understand why he doesn't let you go out there. But he's...
Dabo Swinney's going to be really looking at the Herald to see, what did they do in their scrimmage,
Seriously, Rich, we got to get you to the scrimmages next year. But we'll see who the kicker is. They've all done a really good job. They know who it is, so there will be no surprises there.
Just along those lines, special teams. Grant Carlson was a weapon for you guys last year.
Right.
How much have you kind of stressed that to guys that, next man up, even in that department as well?
It's huge. It's kind of why I just mentioned Danny.
Yeah.
You got to have multiple guys, and the kicking game is so important. it's flipping the field, it's getting a team backed up, it's creating points. And I hope I've done a better job in year 2 of stressing that, because it's certainly my job to do that.
You've probably been asked this a lot during the camp too, but what's it gonna be like to have people in the stadium? And for you personally, to be your first game with people in the stadium too?
I think it's going to be great. One, for the students, right? You know, and I hope every student here comes out early and gets in the stadium early, because they deserve to watch football. And it would mean a lot to our players, I know that. So to all the students out there, get up extra early, get your tailgating out of the way, whether you got to spend the night tailgating or waking up really early tailgating, do what you got to do, but get into the game for kickoff and make it loud for those players and have some fun with each other. So I'm hopeful that will happen. So I'm excited for the students, for our players' families, for the coaches' families, and then obviously for the community and for the city. I'm excited. Looking forward to it. When the headset goes on, we'll probably all disappear because it would be kind of blacked out and focused, but to run out and see that and, you know, and hopefully score a touchdown and hear everybody go loud and get excited, that's what it's all about. So I'm excited, very excited.
The one not in order is Isaiah Graham Mobley. Does he really establish himself as the middle linebacker?
He's done a really nice job. You know, he fought through an injury a few weeks ago and came back. He's got great leadership ability. He's playing at a high level. He will play a lot on Saturday.
In the tight end situation?
Tight ends,
Use all 3 guys maybe? Or?
we're going to use them all. You're going to see some 11, 12, 13, possibly some 22 personnel. But I've always liked to use tight ends. So we want to mix and match them, spread them out, put them in tight, put them in all over the place. So you'll see a lot of tight ends in a lot of different spots on Saturday.
Can that be a real formidable weapon if Isaiah and Zay are really stretching the field when you have perimeter speed like that?
Yes. Anytime you can stretch the field horizontally, vertically, and make a defense defend every blade of grass, it becomes very, very hard, which is why I keep talking about speed on defense, right? You got to be able to run. You have to. So we need to get faster, and we've gotten faster.